Hey guys, what's going on? Um, so I had one of my visions slash dreams. Um, this one's a little bit different. It's long, and I was able to hold on to it. It shook me up, but I figure I should basically tell you, and I wrote it down as soon as I had it. So thank goodness I, was able to, write it down because I did have other dreams after. And I probably definitely would have forgot it had I not wrote it down. Not that I would have forgot it, but I wouldn't have remembered so much detail. So let's just get to it. So, and I might go on and describe more as I go on with this. So, okay, so yeah, right. So the beginning of the dream was, um, I was basically there. The hell is that? It's a huge like bird or bat or something flying right around me. You guys probably see it. I don't. I see the shadow of it. Um, sorry about that. So there's like a okay, it's like bright outside, as if like really bright day, like at the beach or like if you don't live near a beach, like by a lake, something very um like a bright day, like July, but like piercing white light. What is that? Damn it. Um, so the thing is though, I see an outline though, and the outlines of like a tree. Um, and I was like, maybe I could get shade underneath this tree. And I'm thinking like, I'm gonna get burned, sunburned, because it was like just piercing light. And yeah, so I look up and I look behind me at this tree. And this tree, number one, the sun is here. There's no tree here, but behind me is a tree. Like I'm looking back, and the tree has no leaves, like nothing. The leaves are gone. All of it is just gone. This tree is gone. Um, it's been just destroyed from like radiation. It looked like it was like withering, like it was just in many different directions, and it was just like a withering, destroyed tree. Um, but it began to rain, um, like thunderstorm kind of rain, like it was just like really muddy, kind of like the rain was just very thick and almost gooey, if I could say it like that. And the rain, I remember in a dream I could see off of it like everything was blue, like I don't know if you remember, but like when we were like when I was a kid, prior to like '05, I remember the street lights were always blue. They weren't like this new orange color that we have today. For whatever reason we have today, they were always like that bluish dim color. Um, and that's how it was in the dream. They're like that blue color, and then I remember in the dream, one by one, they started going off, like one by one, just off, and then like everything was just like everything was just dark, like and then but there was lightning, like, and then thunder, and then lightning, and then thunder, and it was crazy because like I remember thinking like if it was a power outage, they were just all going off at once. But instead, these streetlights just went off one by one by one by one, like they're being turned off by something else. Um, so, like, I'm not really like at this point. Like, I know that I'm falling into not so much a nightmare, but like maybe a bad dream kind of a thing. So, lightning strikes, and now this rain, it's beginning to turn into like snowfall. And now I'm standing like where it was a block of houses that I knew. Now it was like when the lightning flashed, I could see an ocean, but the ocean was like black, like black goo, like just like it was worse than mud. It was just like this black muck, and I could see, like I looked down, like to see where I was, and I'm in sand, like so I'm on a beach, and I remember seeing my boots, and they're combat boots, like in the military, but they weren't like sand colored. They were like a brown color that I had never really seen before. Um, it was like very realistic, very like um, how it would be, but they weren't the color boots that I wore when I was in. So yeah, so yeah, right, the voice. So in the dream, I hear a voice, and it says, I want to get it right. I want to make sure I say this right. Um, a voice is behind me, like a captain or like a general or something like that, and it was like, behold, the sea is black as night, and as black as or and as black as the Black Sea would be called the Black Sea or something like that. But I remember him saying, "Look, behold, it's black as night, and behold, the Black Sea as black as night." Like he used night as in like armor, night and armor, and then black like night, like nighttime, like black night. Okay. Um, so if you know anything about like that kind of talk, or if that's like a thing, like just make sure you hit me up about that because I felt like that was very important in this dream. Um, so I turn around and a ritual is taking place, and I'm in this room, and in the room I would say that in here I wrote it as if it was steam, but it was more than steam. It was more like incense. It was like kind of like dirty almost. Okay, and these persons, and they believe that they rule the world. I remember that. I remember their own suits, and they think they're very important. They believe that like they're going to be president one day, or they are president already. And this shadow is just going through the steam, and they're so excited. Like they know what's happening. They're so excited. They think that they're about to be taken. They're about to be um, gradually accepted by a demon. I'm guessing, and the others are laughing and they're like partying, and this woman, she looks up, and okay, I'm gonna put this like broadly. Okay, I'm not saying that it was Hillary Clinton, but what I am saying that is the hair was very close in the way that she wore it, and like what she was wearing would be something that Hillary Clinton would wear. But I'm not saying that it was her because I doubt that she would run for president again. I would hope. I don't think she would. Um, but with all that being said, I heard a person say, um, right, I don't even have to really. I'm making sure I say it right for y'all. So I hear a person and they go, they're laughing because they're saying, "Oh, her body will never be able to accept that being, that demon. Um, she's not strong enough. A woman is not strong enough to be the bearer of such a great force." And like that's how they're talking in this dream. Um, so another person says, "Oh yes, this thing will tear her apart. This thing will surely tear her apart, and then it'll be out there, and um, somebody from the world will have to accept it into their body, kind of a thing, like that they had it under control. But if this demon decided to take on something more, that it wanted something a different host, not in that room, it would choose a weaker person, and then destroy it from the inside out, and then um, put itself in, once it was done with its host, it would be strong enough to take on another host. So, okay. So yeah, from there, like, it was weird because, like, it was as if, like, I walked into another room, but I was outside, and I was looking up at a castle, and, like, you know how they always show, like, Rapunzel, like, that's kind of like how it looked, okay? And there was a man and a woman standing there, and the man and woman, um, they were becoming old right in front of my eyes, and I'm gonna read it just so it's quicker. I don't have to show you as much. So They are getting older and older and older. And then, like, as they're standing, I begin to see them. They're like laying now, and they turn into like roots. Okay, and these roots even they became entwined in each other, and were like now mandrakes. On top of them, a castle had been destroyed. The castle was broken like a bottle. Um, like a bottle breaks. Like they had the top, and the top was broken like this, and then there's still the piece where you could see like it was destroyed. And it was crazy because it looked like this ancient wrath, this ancient like it was more than like I saw as smoke in the dream, but it was more than smoke. It was more like a like something strong, right? And it was kept inside this whatever this was, this bind. I took it as binding, like these two persons bound whatever this was inside of this. It wasn't a bottle. It was like I said, a castle, and beneath the castle, this thing